India Today TV showed us some disturbing visuals last night. Remember the devastating tragedy on Sunday night in Morbi town in Gujarat? The Prime Minister, who was in Gujarat to launch some election eve government schemes, decided to visit the accident site only on Tuesday. It was quite natural that the Prime Minister would visit the hospital to meet and express his sympathy with the injured. Normally, everyone expected that the Prime Minister would visit Morbi on Monday itself, the day after the ghastly incident. But the PM decided to postpone the visit by one day. Maybe because the Gujarat government advised him to do so. What could be the reason? It could be that Gujarat government would get the entire Monday, 24 hours, and a few hours on Tuesday to spruce up the places, both the accident site as well as the hospital. What actually happened is borne out by the later developments. India Today TV showed how the district administration worked day and night to give a facelift to the dilapidated hospital building. Some machines were doing extensive repair work so that the broken walls did not spoil the mood of the Prime Minister when he visited the hospital. More than a dozen people were seen giving a fresh coat of white paint to the hospital ward which the Prime Minister was to visit to meet the injured. Another dozen people were busy fixing brand new tiles on the floor for the path that the Prime Minister would take from the gate to come to the ward itself. I remember, hospital gate was also painted sparkling yellow, and the front walls were also spanking new. All these efforts were not limited to this. New hospital beds replaced the cranky, rusted ones we had seen when the TV camera had zoomed in on Sunday to show the plight of the scores of the injured who had been admitted to the same hospital. There was a transformed look on Tuesday. Not only new beds, there were new mattresses, there were spanking new bedsheets and pillow covers laid out, and patients were asked to lie on it just before the Prime Minister's scheduled visit to the hospital. This is a hospital which was fully ready for the photo opportunity when the Prime Minister stepped to the precincts. But there were some hiccups as well. The India Today TV showed, in fact, photos the camera on a brand new water cooler installed at the premises. The new water cooler had been kept in the designated place, but in a hurry, the district administration perhaps forgot, or maybe did not have the time to get the connection done to the water outlet. So we had a shining water cooler there, but no water. Can you see the grim irony? Can you also see, amidst that horrendous tragedy that has taken 135 lives and has left scores injured. It was an event management by the Gujarat government. A desperate attempt to hide the rotten state of the hospitals. When the emperor descends, a makeover had to happen. Once the emperor departs, it returns to the grisly state as usual. The Gujarat government was not simply hiding the hideous state of the district hospital. It was also trying to take the focus away from the sinister nexus it has with the Morbi group, which had been given the contract to repair and maintain the 140-year-old bridge for the next 15 years. India Today TV camera zoomed again and again on the district officials who were seen trying to cover up the big Morbi hoardings atop the site of the tragedy. Why should the district administration do it? Why should it try to hide the Morbi billboards on the bridge? They possibly did not want the unholy alliance between the business group and the ruling politicians who gave the contract to maintain a colonial era cable bridge to a company that makes wall clocks and LED lights. Can you think of any other reason why the government officials were trying to seal the business loop? It's no wonder the owner and the MD of the Morbi group, who had inaugurated the bridge with his family taking a leisurely stroll just 2 days before the bridge was thrown open. Mind you, the same company and its officials allowed 500 men, women and children to enter that bridge all at a time, completely ignoring the basic limitation of the load factor on a suspension bridge. It's a criminal negligence that cost 135 lives. But the Morbi MD or any of its senior officials have not been named yet in the FIR. Instead, the security guards and ticket sellers have been arrested. Can you see through the business and politics nexus? India Today TV cameras showed us last night the desperate attempt of the Gujarat government to hide the unsightly state of its premier hospitals and also to cover up its hideous underhand dealings with the business houses. We must ask, is this the kind of government we deserve?